Alright, today I got some other amazing news for any Unity or pretty much any game engine game developer. A new Unity asset pack has dropped on Humble Bundle, and this one is really great as well. So last week there was another bundle, the Fantasy Bundle, and I will give more information about that on the end because it did extend its length and it's also definitely worth picking up if you haven't already. So first, let's go through the bundle. So there are 4 items in the first tier, then you have the second tier which has 9 items and odd items from the previous one. And then we got the big bundle which is just 21 euros. So let's just go through them and see what they do. So first, for the €1 tier, for me the only real interesting assets are the third person shooter system and the desert environment. These are footstep and Foley sounds. I think there are quite some. Yeah, there are 511, which is quite a bit. Right here we got a desert environment, and well, it's a desert environment. It looks really cool, and there are a lot of assets in here. Just look through them, and if you need them, it's definitely worth checking out. Third, we got a third-person controller for shooters, and we got vehicle physics. And this does include inverse kinematics, foot placement, weapon system, advanced visibility character controller, procedural weapon systems, advanced rectal character, mobile controls, experience controls, vehicle physics, and much more. No, that was not speed up. Last but not least, we got a shooting range. Well, if you need a shooting range, this is it. So there are 3 shooting ranges in here, and also for VR, which is quite interesting, and it does look pretty fun. And also note, the weapons are not included, so you need to provide those yourself, or from another asset coming up. So here we got some more assets, and here are also some interesting ones, although not as interesting as the last in my opinion. We got some gun and explosion sounds, doesn't need much explaining. We got some colossal game music collection, and this is probably just really epic music for, yeah, just really epic music for anything. But looking here, there is a lot more things than I thought. So there is about 5 gigabytes of music, which is fantasy, medieval, horror, casual, 8-bit, sci-fi, action, rock, metal, Asian, emotional, piano, atmosphere, apocalyptic. Again, there are a lot of words there. So there are some previews there, and just a lot of shit is included. Next, we had a GUI kit for some sci-fi survival games. Sure, if you need it, it can be really helpful. Then we got some sci-fi gun sounds, and that goes really well with the next pack, which is a sci-fi weapon arsenal. So if you need 3D models which are PBR ready and also in the H3P and ERP, this is the way to go. You can combine these two together and you have something amazing. And these 4 are from the previous bundle, you also get them in this tier. And this tier is not €1, it jumps quite a bit to 20 euros and 58 cents. Probably like $25, I think. Not 100% sure. And then for just less than €1 more, so about $1 more, you get this pack, and this is probably, if you want to pick this up, it's either the €1 bundle for one of these, or this bundle because, hey, just a lot more for your money. So first we got an FPS kit, and as you can see right here, this is since 2012 and has been evolving ever since. And it includes a lot of things, so PC, mobile, console, AI, networking, and VR, which is really cool. I might check this out for VR, because I am working on some VR projects. So if you want to read through the features, here they are. Pause the video really fast or just go to the link in the description, because this bundle and the last one will be in the description below. So we got some characters, and this is for a mega pack. And this is for boss fights, epic battles, robots, droids, mechs, and they are 20 characters. That's pretty much it, and they look pretty cool. Here we got a character movement fundamental system, and well, this is for character movement. It's not that special, but hey, if you need it, it is really cool. The next one is actually very useful, and this is Highlight Plus. If you ever want to highlight games with a outline, glow, overlay, or see them through walls, or any other 3D effect, this has you covered, and this is just really handy. These are a lot of things you might need in your game and then you need to make them yourself, but just having this asset will improve the time to prototype a lot, which is amazing. So here are 2 games, to be honest, not too interested in those. Here's a AI system, and this is for movement with 3D sensors, so well, it can move a character in 3D, probably, with some sensors like distance to a wall, with raycasts or physics colliders. Whatever works. Next we got another sensor toolkit, and Well, this is also for Raycast, a lot of other shit. Also, probably for AI or just automatic movement, which is AI, so never mind. The next one is really cool. This is a super multiplayer shooter template, so I think this is just for 2D shooters. Might be extendable for 3D, not too sure. And the interesting thing is there's actually competitive multiplayer here. So we got matchmaking, smooth weapon systems, AI, and all the good stuff. And this is just really cool if you want to make a multiplayer game. Like if this is your game with some extensions, well, here's your game. You pay 21 euros for it, which is less than the asset itself, as with most assets here. But here we got a city system, which is an ultra optimized, powerful cityscape generator. And this is very useful. If you ever need to build a huge city, something like this is really great. And I'm also really impressed with their statements on the patching, because 10 square kilometers is 60 to 160 draw calls, which is not a lot. That's amazing. So hey, if you ever need to build a system, here's your asset. Right, now we got a 3D sci-fi kit, and well, this is a 3D sci-fi kit for interiors and exteriors of your game. Look at this, look at the asset, have fun. If you need it, it's all yours. Next, we got a physics interaction system, and this one is pretty cool. It might save you some time on programming this yourself. And this is just for a physics interaction. For example, you can play audio, you can make particles on collision, play sound effects, or leave decals, and anything you want basically. You can add footsteps, weapon impacts, and it's really extendable, and also have stuff like Fmod integration, which is pretty cool. But here we got some animated hands and weapons. Again, if you need it, it's definitely worth the money. Right here we got a post-apocalyptic world pack, and this looks really cool, not gonna lie. So this got the building, organic assets, foliage, roads, props, and well, that's basically it. But you can make a lot of cool shit with it, and hey, if you make a shooter, like a zombie shooter, this is really, really cool. Next we got a tooltip system. Again, this is something that you can program yourself, of course, but this is really, really useful. So I've seen you can have a tooltip above an object when you hover your mouse over it or press and hold on mobile devices. And this can just really speed up the actual... And this can just really speed up the prototyping, which is really cool. Next we got two AI assets. The first is the RV Smart AI, and this is a high performance AI. If you go to the Unity page, you will see that it can actually make quite some AIs on the screen, which is really cool, and it has a visual node graph, so then you don't have to actually make fully it in. Then you don't have to fully make it and combine it in C#. So that's really cool. And you got behavior trees, and you can extend it, of course, high performance, runtime debugging, which is really cool, and a lot of other shit. Right here we got some more AI, and well, it's more AI. If you want to see what it does, just go to the site. And I think we have made our round to the previous assets, which is the gun explosions and the game music. We already covered those. So this one is a bit less good than the previous one. It's not as memorable. There are a few good assets in here, definitely the FPS one right here. Character movement can be very nice. If you need any of the 3D assets or audio, also really useful. The Highlight Plus is probably one of my favorites, unless you want to make a multiplayer shooter one. And yeah, the rest is just, it's useful, but I'm not sure how much I will use it. But hey, I'm definitely getting this one. If you want it, the link will be down below. It is an affiliate link, so I really appreciate the support if you would use mine. And of course, share it with all your friends. And a quick note, the previous bundle, the fancy bundle, it should be cancelled today. But it was extended, both are now going on for another 13 days. And in my opinion, this one is a lot better. You can also see the difference in value. This one is like $2,000. This one is like $1,200. Again, the discount is really insane, but this one is a lot better in my opinion. You got Odin. I recently started using it. It's really, really fucking useful. Just, it will make your life a lot easier to make prototypes in games, and especially if you work in a team, it's really great. The bakery is really cool for lighting. Again, really recommend it. If you want to make an RPG builder might be nice. Node Canvas is something you can use for any game, also really useful for AI or dialogue. Really great. The cross shader is just, I think it's really cool. Let me see here in the the UMMORPG, also again, pretty nice if you need it. And the rest are, well, pretty fantasy made. You got also a cloud system and some low poly assets. So if you want to choose and you don't want to make an FPS, the fantasy one is the way to go, especially some are really general like these. You don't need to make a fantasy game. You can make any game with this. So if you want to see more in-depth into the Humble Bundle from the Unity Fantasy Pack, also let me know. I will link a video down below, and both links to the Humble Bundles will be in the description. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the assets. If there are any you are missing, just let me know and maybe I'll check it out in a future video. If you want to see a video on any of these assets, also let me know. I would happily look into it. And I'll see you in another video.